The second round cast is almost complete with the exception of some wild extended series in the NBA playoffs. Now joining us to discuss the postseason storylines, outcomes, and predictions are NBA hype host, Coach Charles Chu, and NBA Philippines All-Star analyst Isaac Go. Gentlemen, welcome to the show. It's always great to have you here. I saw that you guys had the opportunity to go to the NBA store, and it looks amazing. Can't wait to see that in person. I want to start off with Charles first because he asked to go second.
Wow.
So we're going to start off with Charles. I want to talk about Jimmy Butler. Jimmy Butler was amazing today against the Milwaukee Bucks, eliminating them and causing a lot of questions here. It has been so long since a number 8 seed upset number 1 seed. Just how great was Jimmy Butler? Just how great are the Miami Heat?
I mean, just the last 2 games are basically, the Jimmy Butler show, I guess. Incredible performance from Butler. I mean, to force overtime, and as Coach Poe said, he kind of audibled that play, asked him what to run. But to take over 56 points in the playoffs against a great team like Milwaukee, a champion team, I mean, says a lot about Jimmy. I've had question marks on whether you could say he's a bit overrated, how he's hyped up to be playoff Jimmy, but I guess that kind of silences everything. Kind of chilling in the regular season, but come playoff time, man, he was huge. I mean, he just took over.
Right, Jimmy Butler is him at this moment.
Yeah.
But one can argue that Giannis probably is not him at the moment. I think Isaac has a few thoughts on this. We heard him after the game. He was asked if this season is considered a failure. I want to ask Isaac, how would you view the Bucks' season this time?
Because I agree with Giannis said. If you look at it in that perspective where every year you're looking for another way to step forward to win a championship. But as an organization, of course, everyone says Bucks have to win it because they're one of the oldest teams in the league. They're not getting any younger. They really don't have many young assets to move around to make such a big move. So this is the team. This is the Milwaukee Bucks, and that's going to be their identity moving forward.
Charles, is the season a failure for the Bucks?
They caught Giannis at a bad time. You don't ask a player that right after they lose, right?
Yeah.
But maybe. I mean, to lose in the first round, yeah. I mean, you lose in the later round, that's fine. But this was definitely
And it was a 1-8 matchup, so a lot of debate that can be had about that. So let's move on to the New York Knicks, advancing for their second round since quite some time. 2013, 4-1 against the Donovan Mitchell-led Cleveland Cavaliers. Isaac, the New York Knicks probably went into this one with a chip on their shoulders. And the way that they dominated the past few games actually against the New York Knicks against the Cleveland Cavaliers was just super impressive.
I think that's what they said when they got Jalen Brunson, a guy who played number 2 to Luka Doncic, and now everyone was saying, how is he going to be number 1 guy? And he arguably was the number 1 guy in this series where he took charge and supported by Randall, supported even by RJ Barrett. Now all of a sudden, this New York team squad looks promising.
Right. Still a bit bitter about Brunson leaving my Mavs, but happy for him for winning with New York. I want to ask Coach Charles, though, this is for Pao. No, you want to ask because a former Donovan Mitchell fan had say,
Yung mga ex natin,
right?
Ex
natin yan. Pero to si Donovan, do you think, Coach Charles, that the Cavs have a bright future moving forward? Do they stick with Donovan Mitchell in the long run?
I think so. I mean, I don't necessarily think he was a problem. I think you give the Knicks a lot of credit for finding ways to slow him down.
Yeah.
He did have one really good game, was the 38 points in game number 1. But they made everything difficult for him. And you could see the problem was they were helping off guys like Jarrett Allen and just closing the window. It's tough. This is their first time as this core in the playoffs. So they're still a young team. I wouldn't say give up just yet. At least they're headed in the right direction. I mean, give the Knicks credit.
Also, give credit to Mitchell Robinson because he had an amazing game a while ago to eliminate the Cavs. I think he had around 11 offensive rebounds, out offensive rebounding.
18 rebounds for
the entire the entire Cleveland Cavaliers. So, the preview has to be Miami Heat against the New York Knicks. Just really quickly here, since we're not going to dive into X's and O's, who you got here, Isaac?
Miami. You beat the number 1 seed. You got all the momentum. I think they're going to ride it out.
Charles?
I would say the Heat, but my concern might be because Julius Randle's hurt. If he's not 100%, there's no way the Knicks are going to beat this Heat team with Bam and all of those. And yeah, I'd give them the nod because of their playoff experience. But then you can't count on a guy like Brunson, Coach Tibbs. I mean, it's going to be a great dogfight of a series, I think.
Right. While we watch that series, meron pa tayong hinihintay sa kabilang side ng East, though. But Philadelphia 76ers, they swept Brooklyn Nets, Isaac. Your thoughts on, people have been waiting for this time where the Philly they advanced to the next round. But then this time, you can see they swept the Brooklyn Nets. How do you like their chances right now with Embiid and Harden running the show?
Now they've got a good chance for Embiid to get some rest, but let's see who comes out of that series waiting. But I think that no offense to the Brooklyn Nets, they were gonna go to the playoffs. I think everyone expected them to just like maybe scare Philly 1-2 games at most, but not really to be a contender. So I think that this may be the time. Because no more Giannis, that's one team out of the way.
I just want to clarify this next note that I have here, which is that according to our writers, Charles and Isaac say that the Boston Celtics will win it all. They're still locked in a series with Atlanta Hawks.
No.
I don't know.
We definitely
Charles.
have to clarify.
Yeah, so please do so.
We both said they're gonna beat the Hawks.
Okay.
That's all we said.
Okay, it says here win it all. All right, so you think we're going to beat the Hawks. Why do you think so?
Because they're the better team. I think the Hawks got bailed out by Trae Young's heroics. I still think the Celtics are a deeper team. They've got more experience. And they've got the best player, Jason Tatum, still. I think he is the best player in the series, and I think he'll find a way to lead his team to a win.
Right. Hawks bailed out by Trae Young, but Isaac, do you think they can get another win in this series, or do you think Boston will just get this in the next one?
I think Boston's just gonna finish it. It's a bad reason to go against Coach Charles, to go against him. But yeah, I think Boston's just gonna finish it. They probably got that one getaway.
Yeah.
So they're just gonna finish it. In game 6.
It's tough though because it isn't their home court. They have momentum, so it's not a sure win. But I think if not 6, then 7 for sure. Celtics.
So we saw a lot of mix-up already in the East. Just based on all the eliminations, based on all of the injuries and all the developments, do you have a new favorite now in the Eastern Conference for either of you?
Probably still Boston. I think it's Boston still to make it to the finals.
Make it to the finals, and Charles?
I don't know. I'm torn. I mean, I think it might be whoever wins the Boston or Philadelphia series. For some weird reason, you have a feeling that it might be the year that Embiid actually can take his team to the next level. Well, as you guys said, no more Giannis in his way. So yeah, I might go with Philadelphia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have receipts on this show. We will come back to all of these predictions when they matter.
Right.